Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I have this week's pre-race roundup for the 2025 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Yeah, we're finally here, already. It's insane how quickly this season's gone. So what do we have to talk about this week? Well, we have a few things. So let's just hop straight into it. First of all, we have quite a few car launch dates for the 2026 season now. So first of all, we do have the Red Bull and V-Carb launch dates, which are the same day on the 15th of January, and then a couple of weeks after that, we now have the dates for Alpine, Cadillac, and Aston Martin, which I believe are all within a week of each other. So, well, I am going to leave a post from Instagram in the description for you to go and check out all the car launch dates for yourselves. Of course, they'll be updated as more are announced, but so far, Cadillac, Aston, Alpine, and Red Bull and V-Carb have announced their launch dates. Still to be announced are Audi, Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari, Haas, and Williams, but I'm sure those will come in due time, probably very soon, because we do not have long to wait for the 2026 season. Now, let's get into what happened after the Qatar Grand Prix. And specifically, the harassment of Kimi Antonelli. Yeah, I'm talking about this, because this has really annoyed me. Because Kimi Antonelli had a snap of oversteer in the final laps of the Grand Prix, thus Lando Norris got through. Then, GP Lambiase, who is Max Verstappen's race engineer, got on the radio to Max saying that it looks as if Kimi has let Lando through. That message was broadcasted on the world feed for everyone to hear. What wasn't broadcasted until much, much later was the replay of what actually happened. Yeah. They decided to broadcast the message accusing Kimi of letting Lando through and not showing the evidence that that wasn't the case. Yeah. And then, after it was disproven, Helmut Marko kind of peddled the conspiracy theory for a bit longer. I would like to say that both GP Lambiase and Helmut Marko and Red Bull as a whole have apologised for the incident. But this wouldn't have happened if, one, that message hadn't been broadcasted, or if it would have been broadcasted, which it was, if they'd have showed the replay. If both of those had been seen, things would be a lot better than they were. Because poor Kimi Antonelli received a load of abuse. He was even receiving death threats. And this led to him actually going dark on social media for a couple of days. In fact, he even made his Instagram profile picture black. It was just black. And I am so annoyed. He is 19 years old. He is a kid. He's a rookie. What was he meant to do? I don't know. But all I know is he is back now. He seems a lot better than he was, clearly. Again, both GP Lambiase and Helmut Marko have apologised for what happened. Yeah, I really hope we don't see something like this happen again in the future. Loads of mistakes were made. Firstly, Lambiase reacting to what happened without actually seeing what had happened. And then the FIA broadcasting the radio message, but not the replay. And then Helmut Marko peddling the conspiracy theory, even after it had been disproven. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was an absolute disaster, frankly. And steps need to be taken to make sure that something like this never happens again. That's the long and short of it. Something needs to be done to make sure nothing like this ever happens again. Because He's 19 years old, he is a rookie, mistakes are going to happen, and he had a snap of oversteer, something that he couldn't control. That's just my thoughts on that. But on to more positive news. Of course, this weekend is a three-way fight for the title between Lando Norris, the championship leader, second place driver currently Max Verstappen, and third place Lando's teammate Oscar Piastri, who was in first for most of the season. So it's going to be a very interesting weekend ahead. And regardless, we will either have a new world champion or Max Verstappen will retain. That is nuts. But that is it for this week's rather ranty F1 pre-race roundup for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, because, yeah, I've said it enough. I'm not happy about what happened last weekend and in the days since. So hopefully steps are taken to make sure that what did happen was just a one-off. I hope. Anyway though, that'll do it for this video, so please like the video, subscribe to mine and Roxanne's channels. Her link is down in the description. My sub button is down there. Please click those, down the bells to get both sets of our notifications. Comment as well, because why not? Let me know what you think of all I've talked about today. And let me know which livery you're looking forward to the most for next season. Let me know what you think about the Kimi Antonelli situation and what can be done to prevent that happening again. And let me know who you think's going to be world champion come Sunday night. Will it be Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, or Oscar Piastri? Once you've done that too, please follow me on my social medias. They'll be in the link tree in the description below. That is going to be Roxanne's website. And lastly, please do share this video with all your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you all tomorrow with another video. Goodbye.